Hey guys, so in yesterday's video I was talking about the baking method of applying concealer and I was not that happy with the results, but the more I thought about it, I thought that the reason why maybe I got the results that I did is I was using the wrong products. One of the concealers that I used, because you're supposed to use two different concealers, one of the concealers that I used was extremely yellow on me. I have pink toned skin, so the end result was just this yellow triangle, upside down triangle underneath my eyes, and that's all I could see when I looked at it. So I thought I would use a different concealer for the first concealer today. So that's one change that I'm going to make. I'm going to do it live on camera. And the second change I'm going to make is the powder that I used. The powder that I used was MAC Prep and Prime, and it's a very finely milled white powder. It's cornstarch based, so it's extremely drying, and it's maybe not the best powder to use. So I went out and got something that was translucent, but more like a natural color rather than stark white. And so I thought by making those adjustments that I might get different results. So yeah, if you have any questions about what it is and how it works and what you're supposed to do, go back and watch yesterday's video because I talk more extensively about all that in yesterday's video. Alright, so I've got my hair pulled back so that it won't be falling in my face, and I tried to do as much of my makeup as I could, but I couldn't do any contouring, blush, highlighter, powder, concealer, and I didn't do any eye makeup along the lower part of my eye because I figured that would all get messed up with the products that I'm going to use. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my keyboard out of the way so I don't get powder all over it. So the products that I'm going to use this time, I'm still going to use the Inglot 4SS brush to dust away the powder. And the powder that I went out and got yesterday is the Coty Airspun loose face powder, and this is, they have three different ones. I got the translucent extra coverage one, and they changed the packaging. This used to be cardboard and now it comes in a plastic container. So in case you're interested in it and looking for it, it's in a hard plastic case now. And I got this at Walmart, but I've also seen it at Walgreens and CVS. I've seen this at quite a few places, so it's easy enough to find. And I'm going to use a BeautyBlender Sponge, and I'm going to use two different concealers, and this time I'm going to start with the e.l.f. concealer in apricot beige. So instead of a really strong yellow tone, this is going to have a very light peach tone, and I think the light peach tone is going to be a heck of a lot better than the yellow tone from the Wet n Wild one that I was using. Then I'm going to put a little bit of Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla on top of that, just to try to neutralize the peachiness a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to start with the e.l.f. one. And I'm going to start by going right in that dark circle, and then I'm going to take it down a little bit into like a triangle form, and I'm going to work that in with the Beauty Blender. Like that. And as you can see, my dark circles are not so much dark circles as they are like indentations on my face. So it's possible that there is nothing I can do about that other than get like fillers or something like that, which I would never do. I mean, if that's something that you do that's great, but it's really a personal choice. And that doesn't last anyway, and it's very expensive. So that isn't even an option. But I wouldn't want to do it anyway. Okay, so that does, right off the bat, that does do something right there. I can see a difference. But then we're going to go in with the Nars one and add a little bit of that. Now, if you don't have super dark circles or indentations like I do, you don't really need to go to these lengths to do this. This method is really only for people who have, you know, a serious problem with dark circles. I have sinus issues, I have allergies, I have a lot of different, I have indentations also because I'm older. I'm 55 years old, so as you get older, you have a tendency to get those hollows under your eyes, and it gets worse and worse, I guess, as you get older. Okay, so the concealers definitely helped, but now we're going to try the baking aspects. So I'm going to open my powder container, and it comes with a puff, but we're not going to use that. And I already took the safety seal off of it, and I'm going to dump quite a bit of this in the cover. And then I'm going to take the Beauty Blender and I'm going to press that into that area where the concealer is. And this is a talc-based powder, and surprisingly, it's not kicking up a lot of dust. It's just clinging to the concealer area. Now, this is going to look kind of crazy initially, but once it's had a chance to set, and then we're going to, once it's had a chance to set, it's going to sort of sink in and bake. And then we're going to dust away the excess at the end. I don't even know that I'm going to have that much excess, actually. It's just it's absorbing into my face as fast as I'm applying it. All right. So I'm going to shut the camera off and come back in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been 5 to 10 minutes, and now I'm going to take my Inglot 4SS brush, and I'm going to dust away any excess, although it looks like it just really sunk into my skin. I don't really have much to blend out. Okay, this one has a little. So as you can see, I think it's an improvement over the way it usually looks. I mean, this eye right here is still, you know, you can see the indentation. I mean, you can see it on both eyes, but this one is always worse anyway. But I think this is an improvement over how it usually looks. Now, some of you that are older might be concerned about it accentuating fine lines and making wrinkles look worse, but I don't really feel like it does that. If anything, it almost seems like the powder fills in the lines a little bit. And I am pretty happy with this. I don't know if I should do it every day though, because I am concerned about the powder maybe making the lines worse over time, like drying out my skin. So I don't know. You know what I am going to do though is I'm going to go and finish my makeup and take my hair down just so you can see the finished look, because I know it looks kind of funny without blush and contour and highlighter and eye makeup underneath. So let me just go finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's what it looks like with my makeup finished, with some blush and contour, and finished the makeup underneath my eyes. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results of it. I was really scared that if I really caked the powder on like I've seen other people do in videos, that it was just going to be a big cakey mess, but it actually, I see a big improvement, especially on the side that's not as bad. But on this side you can still see it, but I still think it looks a lot better than it normally would if I hadn't, you know, used the baking method. So I guess it does make a big difference than what you use for concealer and powder. I think that this powder seems to fill everything in better than the other powder did, because the other powder was just too finely milled. So I feel like this type of powder works a lot better. So look for a talc-based powder rather than a cornstarch-based powder or a silica-based powder. And yeah, so if you end up trying it, let me know how you make out with it and see what you think. And I would say, you know, if you're an older person and you're afraid to try this, don't be, because it doesn't like feel crazy dry or anything. However, I did, I didn't do it on camera, obviously, but I did start with an eye cream. So make sure you moisturize that area really well before you begin. I put the eye cream on, either, did I put it on before or after my foundation? I think I might have put it on top of my foundation. When I first started, I started with EOS Lip Balm, Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, which is moisturizing also, so that might have made a difference. Then I did my foundation. Then I put some eye cream on top of the foundation because I knew that, you know, I was going to be dealing with a lot of powder and stuff here. So yeah, I mean, when I get up closer to the camera, it actually doesn't look bad at all. And so I'm pretty happy with the end results. Plus you have to keep in mind that, you know, the lighting is going to make it look different too. And today it's raining outside, and I use a combination of natural and artificial lights. So I have natural light coming in through a window, and then I also have artificial light behind the camera here. So anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.